All right, good afternoon. Welcome to New York session. I hope you're doing well. Apologize for being a couple of minutes late. I was having a bit of technical issues, so it's now been resolved. So we can crack on with today's session. Just a quick one on ES. So ES, I think we will be going up for this equal high, and this New York session we happen to have broken. We came into the discount over here, right? Based on yesterday's price action, and then we gave a nice rejection over here. So just as we start in the session, I think that was a nice area that price is gonna shoot away from for this equal high. So it's just a quick one, because I was actually taking that trade just before I started the session. Okay, so that's a trading opportunity. Of course, if he stops out, then we wait for that purple time and then we look for the same pattern. Okay, so as it stands, I'm looking for price to move higher from here. All right, so that's just a quick announcement. Let's go back to dollar index. So dollar index has gone for the previous day's high, which that's what we were expecting, and I'm anticipating them to reverse from here, right? I'm kind of anticipating this to be the high of the week, right? So euro did trade to the level that I gave yesterday, that we will likely reverse from there. So if you do want, so similar to the ES, but with this, I'll put my stop loss. There's a big wick here, so it depends on what you want to do. If you want to leave it below this candle's low, or just for peace of mind, if you want to leave it here and then continuation to the upside, I leave that up to you. So this is where I will suggest, actually right here, covering this imbalance. Okay, so leaving it below this candle's low would be ideal, and then you're aiming for last week's high, and then we'll be breaking the high as well. Okay, so that's a trading opportunity on euro, because I'm anticipating this to be the high of the week. So maybe at 1:30, there's not much of a news for today in terms of the dollar index, so we might just get organic. I say organic like it's a food, but just organic movement, not news related movement. So I want to see just normal price action rejecting and then go lower. Okay, so watch this gap here. We want price to trade and close below it right here. Okay, and then we can use the logic that I gave last, I think, Monday, when the daily candle is similar to the daily, or price, let me say price is fractal. So whatever is happening on the daily or the weekly, it'll be the same thing on the whatever is happening on the monthly, 3 months, weekly, is the same thing for the daily. So when the day started and price is going up like it's doing on the daily time frame, you will see that it's printing an up candle, right? But we want to see it reject or close as a rejection, and if that's going to happen, then this wick here, the daily wick, will be confirmed if price can trade and close below that fair value gap. Okay, so that's what I'm currently anticipating, that they're going to close through that fair value gap, and then that will be the high of the day. So let's see if they can close below that fair value gap, then that will basically be the high of the day. I like the movement up. It's really nice. You can see I've highlighted this equal low over here. That's why I want to see them. Now you can see again, Monday, we never trade lower. When Monday up, Tuesday up, Wednesday up, into a fair value gap. So let's see if they can break that. And then we will be coming for the 106.27 level. That's the target for the week. Okay. So euro, you can start looking for, or if you want to be conservative, then wait for price to break this high. Okay, wait for price to break that high, then you can start looking for potential move to the upside. That will give, personally, that will be what I would like to do. But sometimes it can be too late. It might run aggressively up, so then you might not get an entry. So here, similar to or opposite to the dollar index, you can use the fair value gap. Once they close through it, then you can look for the buy. So this fair value gap here, if they can close above it, then you can look for the buy and probably leave your stop loss. If it stops you out, then wait for the same pattern to form, then you look for the buy. Okay. Okay, so British pound, not really big fan of that because they went up first Monday, Tuesday. So yes, it can still go up, but I'm not really a big fan of the British pound. So it's up to you if you want to trade the British pound as well. So do the same thing on the 1 hour time frame. Wait for the gap to be closed above. Then you buy, leaving your stop loss. It has taken out Tuesday's low, so it can be used as a PDRA, and then we go higher. It didn't really go up on Tuesday, so you can look for a buy if you want to. But I prefer the euro because there's room to the upside. Right, we've been dropping since Monday, so there's room to the upside. That's why I prefer the euro. Right, Aussie, we are yet to reach for that upside objective. So similar to the British pound, you can either buy this or buy the New Zealand because that also traded down from the beginning of the week. What's my opening price? So that's the opening price. We went down, and then yesterday went down based on the news event that was coming at, I think, 1 a.m. Let me change it. So 1 a.m. my time, there was a rate announcement. Sorry. Let me turn off my Telegram. I apologize. I do have a lot of stuff going on my Telegram. So I'm looking forward for a continuation to the upside. It didn't quite get to where I wanted, which was at least this fair value gap. But anyway, it has rejected previous day low taken, and then they've broken market structure. So on the 15 minutes, this up candle here will not be bad for a potential buy to continue going higher. All right. So buying the breaker. Okay, buying that breaker and then taking price to that level over there. So we can get rid of this one for now because price couldn't get to that level. So that would be the new trade idea going forward, right? But you can take some partial out when price gets above that high. Okay. So that's pretty much that for the New Zealand dollar. Now, I did talk about Euro Aussie and Eurocard going lower for the week. So far, so good. Yesterday, I wanted to see them at least come back to this candle's high. This candle's low and then resume going lower. That didn't happen. This New York session, watch this gap here and there as your stop loss. And the target still remains. If you want to catch the trade, you can catch an entry in here and then expecting price to go for this and that. Okay. So going forward, Euro Aussie can also give another potential entry. Now, and that does not affect the euro dollar going up. Okay. If we get the dollar index going lower, it won't affect the Euro Aussie. As a matter of fact, this is just going to attack this low very soon. So if you get an entry here, it will attack this and then scream for these equal lows as well. Okay, so, but if you prefer, you can choose what pair you want to trade and then stick to the price action that is happening on that pair, because there's quite a few of trade ideas going on right now. The euro, I don't think is quite ready yet because dollar index has not confirmed. So Euro Aussie, Euro CAD, even Euro New Zealand. Last night when the news came out, or this morning when the news came out and then rejected, I was looking for them to pull back to this level and then go for this low and then trade here. That's a weekly fair value gap. So that trade still remains if they pull back to it, because they can pull back to that area and then go for the second target. So if we do get that pullback, this will be, still a potential partial profit level, and then you aim for that. All right. EuroCAD, last week trade is still running. I'm still in that, expecting them to go for this equal low and then potentially that one as well. So if you did catch the EuroCAD, that's a good one. Still running. Even though I'm not really confident with the fact that they've left last week high, still open. I'm not really, happy about it, but it is what it is. They might just go down or come back up, take it out, and then go down. I'm still open to that idea. Maybe something, right? Mr. Trump can say something, then they will send it up and then reject. So if you do see it going up, just know that it's manipulation. It's going to reject and come back down again, right? So stay alert if you are in that trade. What you can do is just bring your stop loss to break even. So I think the entry was somewhere here. The entry was somewhere right there. Okay, so you can bring your stop loss to break even, or even just right here above this up candle with this fair value gap in front of it. Okay, so you can reduce risk because the risk is somewhere there. Yeah, the stop loss is up here, so you can bring it to that one, and then you protect yourself with the gap and the up candle, 2 PD arrays that will protect you. Okay, and then let's see if they can just keep going down, because if they come back up and they take out the previous week high, you don't want to lose that big, right? At least that's a very small risk over there. And then you wait for a reversal and then we come back down again. If not, then they will just keep going down. So keep watching all the up candles that follows by a down candle, because you don't want them to trade through it, because if they start trading through it, then you know that there's something happening. They might be coming up for your stop. Okay, so you can either close in profit and then wait for a reversal to form again, then you look for the sell to continue. Right, so as it stands, watch this up candle. Pound Aussie also gave another trade idea, looking for Pound Aussie to go and take out this low here and then trade into this gap. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the move to go here just for this week, or even between today and Thursday. I want to see them trade inside this gap. So first target and then second target being here. Pound New Zealand can also go and attack this low, but it's too late. I don't think it will go that much up. But if it does, that's a nice order block to key off from for continuation to the downside. So watch that. If we happen to come up here, I don't want to give it as a trade idea because there's too many of them going on. If it does pull back to that candle's low to the opening price, you can look for a sell to come here and then to attack this low. And then I think pretty much that's it. Gold, we did eventually go up, which, like I said, 60-40, 60 down, 40 up, and it seems the 40 won, right? Now, is it likely to continue going up? Based on how we closed yesterday, we can continue going higher. So watch this H4 down candle that they've created here. It's a nice auto block for a continuation to the upside. Do I recommend buying? Not really, but if you want to take the chances, by all means do so. If you want to take the chances, by all means do so. So we came, yeah, just as we started the session, that was the right time to be looking for the buy, or even now. Buying based on the H4 is the best idea. If you buy based on the H4, we've come back to this down candle. You expect them to respect this down candle and continue going up. So buying this down candle and then leaving your stop loss and expecting them to continue going up will be the right idea. The key or the best level to buy it is gone, right? This was a nice impulse leg and they pull back to the OTE level. So the best level to buy, which was somewhere here, is gone. Okay, so then you can either buy here, right where we are, with your stop below this, and expect them to continue going up like that, or buy based off from the H4. So your stop will go below here. Depends which way you want to tackle it. I prefer the H4, using the H4, because this is still subject. They can run it and then reject and go higher. Crude oil, it looks like it's making an attempt to go and break the up candle. That would be good because they will trade through this. So let's see if today can close like this candle, this bullish candle. If it can close like that, then I'll actually be aiming for them to break this up candle. So if we can close today like this, then they will be aiming for the up candle tomorrow. But it depends because there's still time for the day for price to go above that. So let's see if they can break through this gap. Then we can start looking for them to go higher. Now, if they break this, like I said, we will be resuming the uptrend. So just watch out for price to break this first, and then we resume going up again. And yesterday I talked about using the divergence to help you when the buy pattern is forming. And this is an example of it. So you can see we have a low here and a low there, and we have price divergence. Even though it did not trade to the extreme, which is 30%, but we've traded to discount OTE. So it doesn't really need to trade to this level, 30%. It doesn't need to get there. If it forms that at where we want price to reverse from, then that's all we need. If we can break this going forward, that would be a great price action for crude oil to resume the uptrend. ES, I just talked about ES, and it seems that they went and took out the low. So wait for the New York session. I'm sorry, the purple line. Okay, wait for that purple line to give you the price action to buy to continue going up, because this high is still intact, right? I think that's where price is gonna go today, or even this New York session, this purple session, right? So wait for another buy opportunity and then go up there. Okay. When we started, there was a quick one because they gave the pattern and I was looking for the buy. Now, this is what's going to happen. Anytime you're looking for the buy, that's what you look for. And it's mechanical. If it's there, you take it. If you get stopped out, you sit and wait for another one. I like the range, this low to this high. Okay, we came to 50% where the breaker was, and they have gone down one more time, which gives even more discount. Okay, so if you want to, you can take the OTE and then you're still good to go higher again, or wait for that purple line, that time too, in the next 30 minutes. Wait for that specific time, then you look for the buy. Okay, so that's that. Let me quickly go back to dollar index because I want to see what it's doing during this session. I need them to give me a sign that they will be using this as the high of the week. Okay, so I'm watching the percentage change. I'll keep coming back to it because if I see anything, I want to be ready for it because I'm looking for a trade on the euro and then the pound. I'm looking for a trade on both of them, or whichever will give me the best price action. Okay, let's go to our cryptocurrencies. A116Z. I think that has come back into discount, and again, I still prefer upside. Okay, and I don't have to talk much about it. Next month, it's likely to start shooting higher. So get in before it does. That's what I'm going to say. Because I like the movement that is coming back down again. Even though that's not what I anticipated, price is always going to do what it's going to do. So right here, if you want to get in, again, don't wait for it to come to 50. Because I know some people were like, oh, I should have bought it when IT was saying down here. It has come back into discount again. Okay, so you want to get in before it shoots up again, because when it does, you're gonna feel the same pain of you not being in it when it was up here. Okay, and I'll leave it as that. Solana, I think yesterday I talked about price rejecting this low here as soon as we go below it, because we had this down candle. And on the H4 this morning, I saw that it gave a trade idea, which I missed it. This down candle formed. We came back to it and then price rejected on the lower time frame. It's similar to which one? Gold. It's similar to gold, right? The down candle forming, price rejecting, then coming back and then rejecting. Okay, so that H4 candle, right? So personally, I'll wait till end of this month, okay, to look for a trade idea on Solana. I'm not gonna touch it. If I will touch it, it will need to give me something decent, not these small minimal candles, because these are too small on big ones, right? Moving away from here. So watch this right here, this level 175.42. Watch that, because that's the last big move to the downside gap. If they can go above it, especially this up candle, if they can go above that up candle, then maybe you might have some buyers coming in, especially if they can leave a gap down here. I don't like this. Okay, it's not aggressive enough. It's just too much of small candles. So maybe a big break above this up candle, leaving a gap here. That is what will convince me to start looking for a buy. Okay? And I like the fact that they've layered some equal highs on the upside. Right? Tomorrow will be, this week will be the third week of the month. So we will have one more week. Maybe they might even come back down again and give you the actual buy. Again, I don't like this. This is not too clean. Maybe on the daily it is. So if the daily is the one that they're buying on, then we should get a big up candle closing above yesterday, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 down candles. So we need one big candle to close above this high. Then we can look for the buy. If not, then I think they can still print one more down candle, which if that happens, I don't think they'll be rejecting this low. So we should be rejecting that and then closing above this today. If today does not close, there's a problem for Solana. Bitcoin still stuck in that range. Buying down here and selling up here will be the best option. We've seen a previous day rejection here, and it's coming back up. Maybe a close above yesterday's high, because if you're not scalping it on the lower time frame, you'll be in trouble, because there's not giving us big moves to anyway. So as I mentioned yesterday, scalping will be the best option for all the cryptocurrencies right now. Okay. Now, in terms of trade ideas, I think I don't have one for you, unless maybe today closes above this high. Then tomorrow I can give you one. As it stands, it's likely to go and attack it, but there's no trade idea on the lower time frame. I can't key off from anything from where we are to go there, unless you want to trade on a 1 minute chart. Then you might find something. But I'm not a 1 minute chart person, so sit on your hands if you want to trade. If you really have to trade, as this candle is going up, you can leave your stop loss below the down candle and aim for this high. Maybe you can go and stretch as high as this fair value gap, but I wouldn't quote unquote actually take that gamble, because it's not high probability they're gonna get there. They might just get this high and immediately reject. Ethereum. I think I'll jump because I don't like it. Okay, I don't like whatever it's doing down here. Let's go to hype. Yesterday we talked about hype coming for this low. It didn't quite get to that OT, and then it just collapsed. I was expecting them to at least trade to even 50% would have been a good idea, and then go and attack this equal low. That's where it's coming. Maybe this session, this high to this low, that'll be the range, and then they'll go for that. So this high to this low, and then they'll sweep this equal low. And watch this red box, because that's the consolidation low or the range, because we are still in a consolidation. So if they can touch it, then right then you can look for a buying opportunity to come in to reject. So selling up here, buying down here. Okay. Ripple. Now Ripple, I actually forgot to post the trade idea in the portal after I finished the session yesterday, but it came to exactly that entry level, which is so perfect, and then rejected. So if you were here and you took note of it, then you might be smiling. But if you are not, it's a bit too late. And I apologize for those in the portal for not posting it. I should have. I think I was too tired when I finished the session. I was doing something else. But yeah, I don't think it will scream up immediately, but buying down here would have been the best opportunity. And then you just stay in. Okay. Maybe if it comes back down, obviously, then you buy it again. But I don't know if it's going to do that or not. So the best buying opportunity is gone. So sit and wait for another opportunity. I don't think buying here is a good idea. If you do, you leave yourself room for too much risk. That'll be your risk. Even though you can buy and leave your stop loss here, but you still be within that range. And it can stop you out if you put your stop loss here. It can stop you out and still be valid to go up. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend buying exactly where we are. Again, I said I apologize for those in the portal for not posting it. But if you do watch our live sessions, then you would have known. All right. Last two, Tatuo and touch key. Today I don't have my colleague to shout it for me. I miss his voice. Anyway, the movement to the upside yesterday was not strong enough. Just before I started the session, I was watching it, and the movement was strong. Because if you look at this up candle, ignore that because that just opened. That was a strong candle. So on the daily, it was all the way up here. So when I was coming to the session, I was going to talk about this gap. I was going to talk about this one here. That if we can close above it today, then we might be aiming for this high. But you can see as it stands, they've rejected it. So that's going to be the analysis. Wait for that to happen. It can give you a day trade to go for this high. It's rejecting previous week low. So if it does close above this, now it comes back to the question that I was asked the last time. How do you know that a new week opening, it will not manipulate? Okay, so this would be an example. This week has started and we went down first. It took out a previous week low. It left a gap here. If we can go above this gap like this, the week, it's likely to end up rejecting this low. Meaning, by the time this week closes, you would have had a candle like this. You'll get a candle like this. There. You get a candle like this. Okay, which is rejecting the previous week low. So this would be the previous week low here. Okay, and because this gap will be somewhere down here and then they've closed above it, then the following week, when we open, you don't want to see market opening dropping. It can do it, but you don't want to see that opening dropping and then going higher. You want to just see market opening and then screaming higher like this, which will cause price to form a turning point. Okay, so this gap is key for today. If they can close above it, then you can anticipate the week ending up something like that. Then the following week we can get something like this, right? So Tatsuo, that's basically what you can start anticipating. Start printing this image in your mind, but it starts with this candle, the ability to close above this gap. I'm gonna leave it there. Actually, let me hide it. Okay, and then the last one will be touch key. Right. I was looking for this low to be run before this big move happens, but switching to the weekly, it looks like it's gonna make a run for that previous week high, but it might not sustain because it's still dropping down. That's that weekly high. Okay, there's a gap right above it, so it might go for it and then immediately reject. This to me is trying to bring in buyers. Okay, it's trying to bring in those early buyers, and then they'll go against them. That's what I think, because we've been dropping for some time, and so everybody is concerned. Okay, we're dropping. So this is the first big rally in the last, I don't know, almost 2 months. Sorry, almost 1 month. This is the first big rally. Okay, now what that does is it brings excitement to the market or to this chart. It brings people that wants to see it go up. It brings them in, and that's the best time to go against them. And then it goes up, because if it's gonna go up, it needs to do that. If price is gonna go higher, it would need to do that. So this big move here, in my opinion, is just gonna draw in those buyers, and then eventually like that, and then we go up, or then we go up. Okay, so I'm not really excited about that candle. I started excited about it. The move down here does not show the elephant in the room. I think I've showed you what the elephant in the room looks like. Okay, this move down here does not show it. On the weekly it does, but not on the daily. This is Mickey Mouse. This is a small mouse in the room. They are not too obvious. So I need the elephant in the room type of candle dropping. In my private sessions when I'm teaching, I call it holy shit. Sorry for my language. Because when you see that candle, it's like, wow, where did that come from? The sudden move to the downside. It comes to you. That's how it needs to hit you. Right? Again, sorry for that word, but that's how I interpret it. The manipulation to the downside. It needs to feel like that. Because when it feels like that, that's big money. Okay. So yeah, this is not that. Right? So wait for it. If you want to buy, of course, buy, but don't expect it to go to the moon or don't expect it to go up right now. It probably might go for the previous week high, and that's it. Right? So that's that for that's key. And let's go back and look at dollar index because I have a lot of interest in that today because it's Wednesday. Since we have about 11 minutes to go, okay, we're just gonna watch this candle close as a down candle. We're gonna watch this candle close as an up candle, and we're gonna watch this close as an up candle. Then you will see probably between now and 5 o'clock, something is gonna happen. Either they're gonna get some big drop happening, or it's gonna make one more high, and then you use that to anticipate that. So it's either they do this or they make one more run and then that'll cause a break. Okay. Let's go back and watch gold. Now, gold, like I mentioned, keyed off from the H4 is a better way than the lower time frame because the higher the time frame, the better. It's always going to be the case. So here from this with your stop here, and then expect them to continue going up. If we lose it, because we're above a weekly high, if we lose that down candle, they might be screaming down because I don't think these gaps is going to hold. They might be coming for because we will have on the weekly time frame, even if it's far away, that's a high, that's a high. So this high and that high is a high. Hence, that becomes a strong level for a potential rejection. But if it's going to do it, it needs to show it to you. Just breaking this H4 down candle. Now, can it do it? It can, but based on the big time frame, that's why I'm not anticipating it. Based on the big time frame, because the big time frame is trying to print some type of candle, which is here, this time frame. It's trying to close above this for this quarter. Hence, we are not likely to do that. But anything is possible. So watch it. If we lose this down candle, then anyone looking for gold sell can go in and start looking for the sell at that point. Now, I think what I had, which I was not even aware, the trade that we got last week here to go for that high, unaware to me, I think I still had that running. I took partial, I still had that running, and I realized I took or price took profit today when this candle traded above that. I took profit. And that's how, I like my trading. Just get in, leave it alone. Time will tell. Sometimes when I try to trade the 1 minute chart, it feels like infinity. Right? It's it takes too long for me. So I do struggle to trade on the 1 minute chart sometimes, especially when I'm teaching ES with my student. We stay on the 1 minute chart and then we'll be watching price go up, down, up, down. I'll show you an example. I think that was yesterday here. That's when we were having our session right in here. What time? Yeah, 2:30. Right here. That's when we were having our session. And we were watching the 1 minute chart. This is what we got. Okay, imagine sitting on the 1 minute chart expecting price because I was expecting them to go and attack this low. It eventually did, but not when we were having a session. It was way after, which I did get a trade to go there. But during the session here, that's when I was expecting them to do that. And then it stayed the consolidation. Hence, I don't like sitting in front of the screen and seeing that. My emotions will be going up, down, up, down, up, down. So I prefer the higher time frame because with the higher time frame, I don't have to be in front of the screen like I just showed you on gold. I didn't have to watch it. Since last week, I didn't have to watch it. Now, it might not be for everyone because everyone is different. But when it comes to patient, I have it for the higher time frame, not for the lower time frame. Lower time frame, I feel like if you're here, just go for it within few minutes. Don't spend an hour to do it. And it's crazy the way, human beings are. If you can understand human psychology, this is minutes to get here. But that one is days. But I feel comfortable trading that one and this. Anyway, let's go over here and then let's see if we can get a buying opportunity to go up. So watch ES. I think I like the move down. OTE, nice level. So within the next 5 minutes, the purple line will open. And then I think we will start aiming for this equal high. It looks too clean, in my opinion. So they might be coming for it. All right, we've got about 4 minutes to go. So I'm actually gonna end it here because my time is up. But I don't have anything to talk to you about unless in future, if I have any question, then I'll spend some time answering some questions. Now, when I'm doing my sessions, I really like questions because questions opens up. I talked about the idea of tapping into the collective consciousness. So when there are questions, it helped me to open up my mind to tap into something to bring down the answer. Okay. So I like having questions, and those questions help me to myself expand my mind to tap into more wisdom about the charts. Anyway, so if there's no question from our viewers, then I'm gonna end here, and I'll see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. So enjoy the rest of your day.